All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the Coaches Corners with
Sharea.
and Sherry. And we are here for our Small Business Saturday series. And today we are going to be talking about services versus products.
Yes. So today we're going to talk services versus products. I'm going to give us some basic definitions, and we are going to have a discussion about how we chose our different areas and where we are now. So definition for services, sorry, I'm going to start with products, is, things you create. Oops, that is not the truth. Sorry, start over. I wrote down the tangible thing first and never took that
Oh,
away.
you want to start the video over? Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the Coaches Corner with
Sharea
and Sherry, and we are here for a Small Business Saturday series where we are discussing everything that you need to know when it comes to starting your business, maintaining your business, and even growing as well. Today, our topic, we will be talking about the difference between products and services.
All right, so I'm going to start with some basic definitions, and then Sherry and I are going to actually talk about how we started and where we are at this point. So the definition for products is items.
That's why I stopped. I'm telling you, I know the feeling. Where it's like, okay, y'all just gonna get what you get.
Yeah, that was not. I need to scratch out stuff and stop playing. Okay.
Okay. No, totally fine.
Try that one more again.
All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the Coaches Corner with
Sharea
and Sherry, and we are here for a special series called Small Business Saturday, where we discuss things that you need to know in order to start a business and also give you information for maintaining and growing your business. Today, we are going to be talking about the topic of products versus services.
Yes, and we're going to kind of start with some general definitions and then talk a little bit about how we started and where we are now. And so I'm going to start with the definition of products and services. The first definition is an article, which is products, which is an article or substance that is manufactured or refined for sale. Some of the examples of these things could be t-shirts, candles, earrings, but it also can be things like online courses, webinars, things that are considered products or merchandise. And then services, which is an action of helping or doing a work for someone. So when you think about these type of things, it's your hairdresser, your hairstylist, a stylist, and actual trainers, coaches, consultant work. It can be a number of different therapists, right? Things that you actually provide a service for someone in live time for, right? And so when we were talking about how we would discuss this, we kind of wanted to talk just freely about where we started and how we started and then why we chose that route. So I'm going to let Sherry tell us a little bit about how she started.
So I started actually with a product first. I have a book, my first book, which is called Walking Through the Pain. I published that in 2016, but at the point that I published my book, I wasn't in a position to officially start a business. And so the book was a leadway into me preparing to actually officially start a business and to offer other services as well. Now, what was so awesome about having my book is that it gave me an opportunity to be able to begin to understand like who would be my audience, who would be my clients, where that support would be coming from. And then it opened up this whole new world of offering services as well. But the services were based off of my book. For those of you who may not know, Sharea actually, she's my business mentor. And so we've been working together for a few years. And so she was the one that actually helped me to be able to see how my product as my book can then be branched out into services that's related to the book as well. So the first services that I offered were actually emotional wellness workshops that was based off of the book, and topics brought through that. And so fast forward today where I now officially have a business, and I still do that combination of both. I have the book, I have coaching that I offer, I have online courses and other things as well.
Yeah. As also she does training, live trainings of the course, right? So she has done trainings, made it specific to young people, where she did it for adolescent females. So she's able to use that one product to create multiple services, which I think is one of the points that we can try to make today, is that being able to start in one place doesn't mean you have to stay there. So for me personally, I started with my basic foundation services based off of my education and experience, which was therapy and coaching as well as training. So for my business from the evolution, it started off as training only. Then it became training and therapy, and then it became now training, therapy, products, executive leadership coaching, and other consultation-based services around my areas of expertise. So for you, where you start doesn't have to be where you end, right? And so some of the products that I now create are multiple parts of me. So we talked in a previous video about services and programs within your business. And so for me, there are multiple programs or services that I provide that have their own mission, their own goal. And so, for example, this is being aired in our self-care group, and I specifically have products that are surrounding self-care, supporting someone with self-care. So we have a journal, we have digital downloads for worksheets with helping you to correct your brain or to kind of think about how to talk to yourself differently. So you can start to see how one service could lead to multiple products, or how one product can lead to multiple services. So there is no wrong way or wrong place to start. Is one of the major points that I wanted to make here, is that no matter if you want to start with services or you want to start with products, making sure that you have the space to grow with both will always be ultimately a good goal, but also making sure it matches your expertise, right? So her book, Sherry's book, was her story, not her individual story, but her actual writing the story, with understanding that she wanted to make sure points were understood out of the book. Then she was able to create a course as a result of, these are the key points of my book that I need you to get so that you can walk away and feel more empowered and inspired to be able to do things differently in your own life from walking away from pain. So it really becomes using that product to grow into services, into more products, right? Because then we had the devotional that came out of the actual book, right? So there is an element of her expertise, which was, this is a story I created, this is the book that I wrote, and now I'm going to give you devotionals related to it, as well as courses that will talk specifically to the points of pain areas that you can survive from. And so it becomes really almost like a roadmap for you to develop and grow into more services out of one product. Or from flipping to my side, which is starting off with services and then developing products, right? So some of the digital downloads that I created are specifically things that I use in therapy, right? So they are adapted so that you don't need the support of a therapist. So it's not clinical in the same way that it would be in my office, but it's formulated or based from that place, right? Which gives you a sense that you too can take some level of control over your own mental health or emotional health. And so I feel like I'm talking too much. You go ahead, Sherry.
No, it was good. You're making really good points. As you were talking, the main thing that I kept thinking about was how having a focus does not mean that you're boxed in. And hopefully you will see that as we both talked about our processes, is that focuses helps to keep you aligned and connected with who you're supposed to service, and also helps you to stay true to your business, your brand, your mission, and all of that. So for instance, with me, like Sharea talked about focusing on emotional wellness, there's so many different types of wellness that you can have. So for instance, there can be physical health. I am not a physical health wellness coach. So I only focus on emotional wellness. So while I can seem emotional wellness boxes me in, it absolutely does not. It has allowed me to be able to continue to build and to branch out, even though I started off with just one book, and that one book has now allowed me to continue to grow. So it's still focused in one area, but again, it's provided so much room to be creative and to still grow, even though it's focused on one topic and focused on what type of business that I want to have.
Yeah. And I think when it comes down to it, and I think we'll save this for a different video when we talk about maybe target clients and target population or who you're going to serve, is being able to refine your expertise so that it matches the needs of those that you plan to serve. And so really all of our services or products should be based off of who we are and who we plan to impact. And so going back to that whole conversation about mission and vision that we were talking about, really it comes down to this product reflects the client's need that I need to address. And so that's a service or a product. And so we hope that you understand, if nothing else, you're never boxed in, leave space to grow. And at any time you can develop more than just services or products. You can do both.
Absolutely.
All right, you guys, take care. We will see you next week.
All right, bye.
All right. So